Every Wednesday, Apple Unboxed lands in subscribers' mailboxes. It's an all things Apple guide to what's going on with the world's most fascinating company. Each weekend, I'll be publishing just one item from a previous newsletter. Apple Unboxed has much more stuff, including exclusive interviews, reviews before you can read them anywhere else, no, I mean anywhere, long read features, comparison pieces, news items and more. To see all that, you'll need to subscribe, and you'll get it sooner, too. Sign up here. Oh, and all previous Apple Unboxed newsletters are available, for subscribers' eyes only, here on Forbes. This week's story concerned a new, and slightly mind-blowing, feature coming to the iPhone 13. You can read Gordon Kelly's authoritative account of it here. But the story has moved on a little now, with more details coming from reliable analyst Mark Gurman at Bloomberg. So, read on for an updated and expanded version of what appeared in this week's newsletter, and your weekly pet photo treat at the bottom of this post. Now this is something nobody saw coming. Just a day or two ago, reliable analyst Ming-Chi Kuo announced that the next iPhone will be able to send messages even when you're nowhere near a cell tower or Wi-Fi. Well, that's pretty cool. It'll do it by connecting to LEO, low Earth orbit, satellites. The iPhone's modem will enable a new radio technology that allows this connection. This is a remarkable emergency communication setup and highly useful if you're in trouble and there's no cell coverage. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has now contributed to the topic several times, including in today's Power On newsletter. He hadn't mentioned it before Ming-Chi Kuo did, so it may be a feature Apple had been able to keep under wraps rather well until now. First, he said that it will be used for two purposes: to contact emergency services and loved ones via the regular messages app, with bubbles appearing as gray instead of blue or green as they usually are. The second purpose will be as a direct reporting mechanism for major emergencies such as plane crashes, it seems. Now, in the latest edition of his newsletter, he spelled things out in more detail. Here is the new information: select territories only, although he doesn't specify which countries will have access to it. Gurman says, the emergency features will only work in areas without any cellular coverage and only in select markets. It's a certainty that the U.S. will be one market and Apple simply wouldn't release it if it weren't. But there are no more clues. After all, every single country has areas without any cellular coverage. Then comes the jaw-dropper: Apple may launch its own satellites. Gurman says, Apple envisions eventually deploying its own array of satellites to beam data to devices, but that plan is likely years away from taking off. Wow. That's quite something.